Hi, my name is Reginald Durant. I'm the Director of Restoration with Back to Natives Restoration. Back to Natives Restoration does habitat restoration and environmental education using native plants as locally native as possible for landscape design to encourage the use of native plants to coincide with our mission, which is habitat restoration. Today we are at the Back to Natives Nursery site in Santiago Nature Preserve, which is in Santa Ana, right off of Memory Lane and Main Street. So you probably have already seen some footage during this time of our new greenhouse that we're actually building today. This is one in a series of volunteer events for a 30-foot by 36-foot greenhouse that we purchased from Agritech, the only nursery manufacturer that we know of in California. So it's all locally made, or as locally as we could find, and shipped here. So it's many hundreds of hours for volunteer work. Each one of the rafters are in the ground with about 1,200 pounds of concrete per post. So that's each one has a hole that's 2 feet wide and 3.5 feet deep. So if you wonder how big that hole is, I would suggest try digging one that's 2 feet wide, 3.5 feet deep, and then jump down in it and get an idea of how much concrete is in each one. So it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon, but it's still a temporary structure, even though it does have that to protect it from wind. We will have shade screen going over it, 50-50 shade screen. With native plants, of course, you don't want glazing, because glazing would raise the temperature inside and pretty much cook the plants in this type of climate. So the shade screen actually allow the plants to grow and be healthy and still have direct sun so that they have a vigor of growth, but protecting them from burning out completely while they're in pots. So, but there are plenty of volunteer opportunities here helping us to continue to finish up building the shade house. Once we have the shade screen on this morning, we're hoping to set the legs for the propagation benches, but we'll have enough benches inside. Each one is 24 feet long by 5 feet wide to be growing 18,800 plants at once. So we'll need a lot of help with volunteerism to actually maintain the plants that are growing in the greenhouse. And from there, many of those plants will be used directly in restoration projects, but some others will be potted up into 1 gallon, 5 gallon, and 15 gallon and put towards the back, where we'll be building actually shade structures instead of just a greenhouse for the larger plants that we'll be selling later at retail. So hopefully this will help reduce Back to Natives' budget quite a bit as far as what we spend on plants, which is about $8,000 to $30,000 per year, depending on the year. So one year we spent $32,000 wholesale on plants for all of our projects. Last year we spent close to $10,000 wholesale on plants. Year before it was $15,000. So it depends on how much money we have available to be able to spend on plants, but if we're growing our own plants, that will save us between $8,000 and $32,000 each year wholesale on the plants themselves. Plus, if we have an overrun of production, then we get to sell those plants to help raise funds for us. And we're also hoping to partner with California Native Plant Society and have a CMPS sale here at some point in the history, at some point in the future, and do a 50-50 split, so they get 50% of the deal that day. So that's what CMPS is another fantastic nonprofit besides Back to Natives, and they have supported numerous projects of ours, and we like to partner with them. They're a great organization as well. Called the girt. These knee braces. Girt walls are the metal bars that put up.
Okay.
These are girt.
Hey, my name is Diana, and I really appreciate what Back to Natives is doing. I've wanted to participate in some way and decided to come out today and have some fun building a greenhouse. And so hopefully soon this will be a place where we can grow native plants to start reincorporating them into the park habitat. And we're having a great time.
There you go.
Oh, BTN!
I love native plants.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah, like
There's
you
going to
said.
be either half inch
This is
or
ridiculous.
people.
So it doesn't wobble.
We might need another inch to get this in.
Actually, see where the 9-foot mark is there? It can go above that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that,
see.
that way we have more
Both
stiffening towards that. That's
So we want less of an angle, more.
right.
Yeah, see,
Okay.
see those two
Got it.
marks?
Got it. Yeah.
Maybe towards the top of the
So we're doing this right now.
As you go, does it look like it's still level, or does it look like it's been high on this side?
Two.
Native Restoration is a nonprofit organization that focuses on habitat restoration and environmental education. And right now we're building a greenhouse so we can do some growing of native plants and propagating different species of native plants, so we can go introduce them into the park and introduce them into areas around here, so we can spread natives in general as a plant material, because it is important to actually have that habitat for animals as well as humans to kind of interact with native plants. So